All right, so we're continuing from our Vilapa Kusumanjali discussion from yesterday. So we're reading verse 18. Pranalim kilaler bahubir abhisankshalya madurer mudha samarja sver vivirta kacha brindai priyataya kada bhaya gharam vara parimaler tupa nivaher vadhasyete dhivi pratidinam aho vasitam aham. O Devi Shrimati Radhika, when, with great love, will I clean the drains in your house daily with pure water, and then I will dry them with my hair, and then make them fragrant with different kinds of incenses and scented oils. Everyone's back. So there's a very sweet commentary Gurudev gives to this verse. It's very beautiful. So we'll try to meditate on Gurudev's commentary. And there are many special moods and pastimes described. So Gurudev says this verse is continuing from the pastimes we heard in Nishanta Leela when Radha and Krishna are in the Kunj and they begin to leave. So when they leave the Kunj, Radhika goes back to Javad and Krishna is returning to Nandagram, Nanda Bhavan. So as Radhika is returning, immediately she begins to feel deep separation from Krishna. Even though she was just in Krishna's arms and she spent the whole night with Krishna, as soon as she leaves the Kunj, her prem, love, is so great that she cannot bear a moment's absence from her beloved Krishna. And she begins to lament. As she is lamenting, she feels like, why are you taking me away from the Kunj where I was with Krishna? And she tells the Sakis, Lalita Vishaka, where are you taking me? Why are you taking me out of the Kunj? I was with Krishna, very happy there. And the Sakis say, no, we have to return home now. The sun is rising, the day is beginning. If you do not come home, Jatila will see that you are absent. Many problems will come. Radhika says, oh, you are taking me to a black well full of serpents and insects. Why are you torturing me like this? The Sakis are leading her, but she doesn't want to go. She wants to turn back. But the Sakis say, no, we must go. And Radharani says, you are taking me to this black well full of Naginis. Nagini means a black snake. Jatila is a Nagini, a black snake. And her house is a black well. And you want to take me into this black well and throw me inside. Jatila is a black snake and Kutila is a scorpion. And Radharani is saying this with so much anguish. And the Sakis say, no, we must go. Then Gurudev says, in prem, pure love, prem has such a wonderful, mysterious nature that things which have one kind of dharma take on an opposite nature. So the Jamuna, which is flowing in one direction and is also conscious, when she hears the sound of Krishna's flute, she becomes overwhelmed with prem and her current begins to flow backwards. And many lakes and whirlpools are formed. The trees weep nectar. The bees, which are always very restless and moving here and there, become stunned and motionless. The calves, who have the nature of drinking the mother's breast milk, stop. The cows who are chewing grass stop. Everything takes on its opposing nature. The gentle breeze, which is blowing in one direction, begins to breeze backwards. They become intoxicated in prem, divine love. So similarly, with Srimati Radhika, she is returning to Javat, her in-laws' home. And the Sakis are leading her there, but Radhika doesn't want to go. And so the Sakis, whose nature is, they're always desiring to serve and please Srimati Radhika. They always want to satisfy her. But now they're doing something which apparently is displeasing Radhika. She's like telling that you are like my prison guards, taking me back to the black well where I'll be constantly bitten by the harsh words of my mother-in-law and sister-in-law. Then Radhika, in the intense peak of separation, she begins to faint and become unconscious. This is one of the highest states of transcendental love. and Astasattvic Bhav. In transcendental love, your body will erupt in ecstasy. Your hairs stand on end. Your voice chokes up. Tears flow from your eyes. Your color of your body may change. Your limbs may elongate or contract. And the highest limit is that you become unconscious. In the material world, when you experience intense pain, extreme pain, then sometimes you may become unconscious. It becomes more than the mind can tolerate. And you become unconscious. So the pain of separation is so great that it reaches the limit where Radhika is fainting. At that time, the Sakhis catch Radhika, and then with some cool water, they bring her back to her senses. At that time, Radhika says, "Why are you bringing me back to my senses? I want to faint." Haribol. Welcome back. So Radhika says, "I want to give up. I want to faint because when I faint, at that time, I am unconscious. And so I no longer feel the pain of separation. When I am away from Krishna and in my external sense, I am suffering as if it is a pain." Gurudev describes this pain of separation to be like drinking boiling sugarcane juice. When you boil sugarcane juice and you start to crystallize it, if you drink that, it's so sweet and yet it's burning you, and it's very painful. So he describes it to be the most intense pain, but also the most intense sweetness. And it's so sweet you don't want to stop drinking, but it's so painful that you can barely tolerate it. And so when that intenseness increases to the final zenith, the final point, then you fall unconscious. And so Radhika is fainting, but then the Sakhis are bringing her back, to reviving her senses. So Gurudev describes this to be the opposing mood of love, where instead of satisfying the direct desire of Radhika, they are acting in a contrary way to her desire. But still, this is Anyabhilasha Shunyam. This is still pure bhakti. Because pure bhakti means they're doing it in a way that is favorable to Radhika. Bhakti means, Uttama Bhakti means something that is favorable to Krishna, favorable to Radhika, for their best, to please them, to serve them. But sometimes, like Yashoda was binding Krishna, he didn't want to be bound. But still, Yashoda was doing it in a mood of love for Krishna. So the Sakhis are doing this in a loving way for Radhika. And they're bringing her back to her sense. But she's saying, no, no, no. I want to be senseless. Because in the senseless state, there's 3 levels of consciousness. Waking consciousness, when we are externally aware. Then dreaming consciousness, when our subconscious is active and we're having the dreams. And then dreamless sleep. And Radhika says, when I'm in a dreamless state of unconsciousness, then I'm finally peaceful. Sometimes Prabhuji says like that, I want to have some peace. And he's suffering so much from separation from Gurudev. He says, oh, I want to become like Brahma. Give me Brahma Bhoot mood. No attachments, no relationship. I know no one. I am only the Atma. Because the separation becomes so intense that you feel like, let me take some pain reliever. Like we take opium if you have very intense pain. So this is the mood of Radhika. I want to become senseless. But anyhow, the Sakhis maintain Radhika's sense and bring her back to Javat. When they reach Javat, then Radhika falls senseless on her bed. Radhika falls upon her bed, and for a few minutes she's able to rest. Radhe Radhe everybody. Please subscribe to our channel down there. Hit the bell icon for notifications. And if you already subscribed, share with your friends. Like, comment. That would be awesome. Thanks so much.